Hi everybody, Cher here with you. Welcome to my channel. So today I'm really excited to share with you some brand new outdoor summer fairy gardens that I just recently finished putting the finishing touches on. I'm really happy with the way they turned out and I hope that you will be excited to see them too. So let's head outside. So here's the first one that I'd like to share with you. This one is actually at our very front door. This is the one that greets us when we come home every day. And yeah, I'm really happy with the way this one came out. Now, the flowers that I put in here might be a little overkill. I actually purchased this kind of I don't know, at our local nursery. It came in like a small container, but it already had all these plants already planted in it. And so I just took it out, and it was actually quite small when I initially put it in here, but it's kind of already taking over my whole scene here. I'm just going to pull this back so you can actually see it a little better. So this is kind of a tip for you guys whenever you're doing a fairy garden. Don't put too many plants in, because I have had that problem in the past, that I just put too many in and they grow too fast and too big, and then they just sort of choke out your whole fairy garden scene. So anyway, it is what it is. I think I'll just kind of just keep trimming it back here a little bit so that I won't totally lose my cute little gnome scene here. But this is what I ended up going with. I've just got this little house here I purchased a while back, and I actually put some little mini fairy lights on it as well, so at night I can turn it on and it looks really cute. And I think that house came from Dollarama a few years ago. And yeah, I love the pop of the green little pebbles. I got those at Dollar Tree. They are great. They're one of my favorite stones to use. I think it just makes everything that you put in there really pop. So yeah, this is my first little container, and then what I did was I just put it in this nice big galvanized tub, and then I put another one underneath here just upside down so that I could raise it up a little. And then I've also got my little house over here. This one actually has a solar light built into it, so it actually glows at night as well and looks really cute. And of course, my favorite little gnome here from Dollar Tree. So that's the first one. I'm going to take you around back and I'm going to show you a few more. So now we're actually at the back entrance of our home, and this is the fairy garden that kind of greets whoever comes to this door, and I'm really happy with the way this one turned out. I've actually had this adorable little greenhouse for quite some time. I purchased this at Michael's, actually, I think last fall, and I got a really good deal on that. I think it was like $5 or something like that. They were kind of blowing a bunch of their fairy garden items out, and that's a really good tip that I want to give you guys, is to look for things like off season, because typically these kinds of things can be really expensive to purchase if you're having to pay full price for stuff, especially at Michael's. But yeah, I find my pieces all over, and like I said, I try to use coupons or find a deal wherever I can, and sometimes I even find things at places like Value Village or consignment stores or thrift stores or whatever. You'd be really surprised what you can find, and I've got quite a collection of things now that I can pull from, which is great. This adorable little truck down here also came from Michael's, and I used, I think, a 40% off coupon to get that. And yeah, I'm just really happy with the way everything came out in this little arrangement. I also made the little bench, and I made the little birdhouse here just out of popsicle sticks and a cork, and that was made out of stir sticks, coffee stir sticks. So you know, you can do a lot and make a lot of things yourself, and then again, the price, then it keeps the cost of these little arrangements down a little bit. And I have only 1, 2, 3 plants in here, no flowers. These are just tropical plants that I picked up at my regular, I think I got these at the nursery. And this tub here, I believe I got this at Walmart a while back, and it worked really, really well for this arrangement. Now, when I put my soil in my container, I actually put about 3 or 4 pop cans along here, and I left the whole back area, of course, just all full of soil, because I knew I was going to be putting plants there. But that's another tip that I'd like to give to you guys, is if you don't want to have to use too much soil and you don't want your container to be too heavy, especially if you're giving it away or whatever, or gifting it, that's what I like to do, because I know I'm not planting anything here at the front typically, so I filled the bottom with whatever I can, so I don't have to put as much soil in it, and I have no problem with that. I've never had an issue with my plants not doing well or whatever. So that's just a little tip that I like to use. It definitely saves on the amount of soil. So I glued a few little mini lights on this house as well, so I can turn this one on and it looks really cute at night. And then I also have a solar light over here. So yeah, this one looks super cute when it's all lit up. So this is the next one I want to share with you. This one's actually sitting right near the door as we come in, And I'm really happy with the simplicity of this one. You guys know, if you've been watching me for a while, that I absolutely love and adore gnomes. So I got to put some of these little guys to use here in this container, and I just think they're so cute. This little rustic birdhouse I've had for quite some time. It actually used to hang in a tree, but we had a huge windstorm here not too long ago and it fell out of the tree and the hanger broke. So I thought, you know what? I think I'm gonna use it in this little container, and it worked really, really well. Now this tree here is actually an Alberta spruce, a miniature variety that I planted over 2 years ago. Now, it was a lot smaller when I planted it 2 years ago, but look at how well it is doing. And it's totally wintered over the last couple of winters completely fine. It's done so well, and I just ignore it over the winter. I water it really well in the fall, and then I guess it just freezes and goes dormant over the winter. And then in the spring, I start watering it again, and it puts on all this new growth. Like, it's crazy how well it's done. So for a $5 initial investment, this little tree has done me very well. And I am able to just utilize it time and time again. I switch out my fairy gardens, you know, for the different seasons. I'll insert some pictures at the end of the video to show you some of the other arrangements that I've done in the same exact container, and just kind of show you how easily you can just switch things around by using the same, you know, plant or tree or whatever. And then I'll just pop out different plants and different flowers throughout the seasons as well. And this time I only used 2. So you can see already, they were a lot smaller when I planted them too, but I definitely wouldn't want any more plants in this arrangement, or it would just choke everything out. So I think the simplicity of this one is just so cute, and I really, really am happy with the way this one turned out. So here is the last one that I'd like to share with you. I think this one is probably my favorite. I'd be really interested to hear which ones you guys like the best. And yeah, again, some of these pieces I've had for a while, and some of them are new, like these little gnomes here fishing. I picked that up at Michael's with a coupon as well. This little red truck you might recognize came from Dollar Tree, where else? I made the little sign. I picked up this rusty little fence at my local nursery. I think I paid a little more for that than I really would have wanted to, but I just had to have it. I absolutely loved it. And then the little clothesline in the back, I picked that up a while back as well, and I'd never used it in an arrangement, and I just thought it worked perfectly in this one. The little house, I believe that came from Michael's as well. And then I've got the little bear over here. Again, I just find these little pieces everywhere I go. I'm always looking for new ones. The little fire pit I made myself. And this one, you'll notice, only has 2 plants in it as well, which I'm learning. I'm starting to learn. And these were a lot smaller when I initially planted them too. And look at how much, especially this geranium. Oh my goodness, it's really taking kind of over this whole corner. So I'll just keep pinching off some of the leaves as it grows, because I kind of want to try to keep it about this size. I don't want it getting any bigger. And you'll see here, I have another one of my favorite little Alberta spruces, and this one's doing really well. It's super healthy as well. And yeah, it's getting really big, this one. I guess because it gets a little more sun here. I'm not sure why, but I haven't treated it or, you know, looked after it any different than the other one. But pretty soon, I'm thinking that these are going to be too big for these containers, especially for my miniature little fairy gardens. But anyways, I really, really am happy with the way this one came out, and it just makes me happy. So I hope you guys have enjoyed my little fairy garden share today. Like I said, I'd love to hear which one is your guys' favorite. I hope this maybe inspires you to make some of your own fairy gardens. They really are so much fun and kind of therapeutic. They are for me anyways, and I just love looking at them. They make me happy. So until next time, happy gardening, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now, everybody.